Today I want to talk about being the type of leader you always wanted to have. Recently, my wife made a fresh pan of double chocolate brownies, my favorite. And as I got to the pan, it was perfect. No brownie had been cut out yet, right? Prime territory for Dad. And I looked at the pan, and this is kind of a running joke with my family, with my wife and kids. And I cut a nice brownie right out of the center. The centerpiece, I started there. My wife hates it when I do that. They all make fun of me for doing that. And I said to him, you know what though? I love the centerpiece. I don't like the edges. I like the pieces more in the center. And when I was a kid, I thought to myself, when I grow up, I'm gonna cut out, right? I'm gonna cut out the centerpiece of the brownie. That's for Dad. And so now I get to be the dad I always wanted to be. I'm gonna cut out that centerpiece and have it. And now I just do it to irritate everybody because they think it's funny. But it reminds me of being the type of leader you always wanted to have, right? And so how many of us, early in our career, most of us didn't start out as the leader, and we had managers, we had bosses, and we thought to ourselves, if I was the boss, if I was the manager, if I was the leader, here's how I would act. Here's how I would behave. And so I want you to stop for a second here and gut check that. All right, if you're in leadership right now, like I am, gut check that thought. Are you the type of leader you always wanted to have? Are you the type of leader right now you always wanted to be? Or have you turned into that manager or boss? Are you developing relationships or are you giving orders? Which one are you doing? Early in my career, I got my first real leadership opportunity here at Service Express, and I had all these grand ideas, and I quickly slipped down the slippery slope of driving results, not caring as much about the people, and driving people to just get the results, hit their monthly numbers. I was a sales manager, and that backfired on me completely. I hired wrong, I had high turnover, we got results, but it was painful, and it was not as good a results as we could have gotten. And I took a look in the mirror one day, and I thought to myself, I am not the leader that I always wanted to have. I'm not the leader that I always wanted to be, and I wouldn't want to work for me right now. And I thought, that's terrible, right? So I set about making pretty drastic changes, and the first thing I did was lead with the people, build relationships, show them how much you care, right? Leaders, a big mistake I see people make is they try to drive numbers by looking at their laptop, staring at the screen, and driving numbers. And we measure everything here at Service Express, so we're very number driven. But I tell my leaders, close the laptop, get away from the desk, go spend time with your people, build a relationship with them, teach them, train them, mentor them, coach them. Be that leader you always wanted to have. Be that leader you always wanted to be, and be that leader your team needs you to be. If you do that, you'll come back, you'll open up your laptop, you'll look at all your numbers, and they'll be there. And that's the way that you drive growth.